नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। बलराम और महामहोत्सव की जय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टाप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरि ओं तत्सत्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यईश्वरम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय। नमाचर हरदास ठाकुर गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। सदाशिव की जय। पुत्र समरान की जय। प्रेम से कहो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम्। श्री रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय। गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 15. Canto 5, Creatum, Chapter 15, Glories, the descendants of Maharaj Priyavrat. We'll be discussing a special pastime today as Lord Balaram. Few lessons we'll take directly from the Lord Balaram's appearance. Then we'll jump on to two special festivals, Julan Yatra and then so Krishna's Julan Yatra specifically Spring Festival and from Ananda Vrindavan Champu. As these 5 days are celebrated, Radha and Krishna has so many Spring Festival, it is called in English. And Lord Balaram also has they always have different pastimes every day. Ashtakali, like 8 different times, 8 different pastimes. Each one different in different rasas. These pastimes goes on. So let us read first 5:15:7. Reading from Sukadeva Goswami speaking to Parikshit Maharaj about the further descendants of Maharaj Priyavrata here, and then instructions are in line with following the parampara, following the instructions of the Lord and how the kings became self-realized, following in the footsteps of the guided by the Brahmanas, guided by the Sadhu Guru. So they have acted like Parikshit Maharaj, how he acted. Let us see in this verse what instruction we get. Savai swadharmena prajapalana poshana Trinana upapalana anusasana lakshanena ijja adina. There itself we have full of instruction. Whole class can be. Prithu Maharaj acted on this platform also in Canto 4. Exact words are there. Palana, Poshana, Prinana. So this Lord Balaram is also Lord Krishna, Lord Ramachandra is showing that as well. Palana means teaching how to rule, how to maintain, how to conduct on a day-to-day basis ourselves and set an example. Poshana is maintaining, protecting. Palana is oneself doing it, practically demonstrating the values of life. So demonstrating the Vedic culture themselves in their own life. And Poshana is protecting others and maintaining others. Poshana, Lord Krishna is the sixth canto is called Poshana. I think so. Yeah, sixth canto is Poshana. That's why he protected Ajamil protected Chitraketu Maharaj. And those two are the stunning examples of Lord's protection. So then Prinana, giving the exchange of gifts. So this is the process I have described many, many times, but this is many times is misunderstood. All the big major festivals regularly, generally, it doesn't need to be complicated. It is very simple. Vaishnava dealings are simple. So Lord Balaram, that's why teaches also. Be simple, be peaceful, nothing complicated devotion service. So because different devotees may be coming from different angles of vision, different background, different families, all those are fine. Whatever the situation may be, one should be peaceful. One should be engaged in this palana, poshana, prinana, demonstrating the Vedic culture oneself, teaching others, and then protecting others of our family members, but also other devotees who are around us in our capacity, whatever we can do. So those are in uh, higher grades. So as the Lord Balram is at the highest topmost level, he is teaching. So how to protect. He always protected the devotees. They approach Krishna and Balram whenever there is a problem. In Vrindavan, same thing in Navadvip Dham, Mayapur Dham as well. Not just under the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Without his order, it doesn't even start Sankirtan. Without his order, he went everywhere. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started Sankirtan, that's when he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Ananda house in Mayapur Dham. We'll see that house. Then he started Sankirtan. So that is because he is also teaching us how to be empowered. As Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also taught Yamuna Karshan Leela, he played himself role of Balaram, and he played also Vyaspuja role. When Nityananda Balaram he was supposed to offer the garland, but he didn't offer. He want to offer first to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He doesn't want to accept himself as Guru. He accepts Krishna as his Guru first. So he's teaching by his own example. So that's what we have to understand from Lord Balaram. And he's peaceful also. If anybody have looked at today's moon, it's much more brighter than yesterday, golden color. What is the two things you can learn from moon? 24 gurus, which Avadhuta Brahmana is teaching. But in that also you see that very peaceful. Moon is very peaceful, shining. Out of many stars are there, but no much use. One moon is good enough. So that is Lord Balaram. Nitai Pada Kamala Koti Chandra Susitala. So is so cooling. So is peaceful. One who takes shelter of Lord Balaram also be peaceful because he's giving that strength, but one has to hold on to his lotus feet and his representatives. So then one can be peaceful in any situation, anytime, any day in his life. Moon is also maintaining living entities. Yes, during the day, sun, all the planets, everything is in the order, everything is working in this whole world. So, especially material world, because of sun. If sun is not there, one cannot breathe, one cannot maintain nothing. So, everything is completely gone. Nighttime, same thing with moon. Moon is the one nourishing all the plants. So this is Lord Nityananda Balaram, and spiritually, materially also. Even the moon, all of them. Chakshurel, Savita, Sakala Grahanam, Raja, Saramutta, she is the all out of all the planets. Sun is the king of all the planets. Moon and sun are called eyes of the Lord. So those are empowered by Lord Balaram. Balaram, so the whole everything, spiritual material, everything is running so on the empowerment of Lord Balram, he is the one who's holding this and expanding it and nurturing it. So that's what we can see that Palana, Poshana, Prinana, and he will exchange the gifts. So he'll offer his respects, he serves the Brahmanas and the devotees very joyfully. As he served the sages at Naimisharanya, so in different places of the pilgrimage. So, as Prutu Maharaj also taught by this example, Prenana means with loving exchanges, Dadati Pratigranati Vishyamakyati Puchati Punjate Bhojate Sadvida Priti Lakshana. Try to exchange gifts, it doesn't need to be so big, it doesn't need to be expensive things. Prabhupada accepted Rolls Royce car or gold watch, Seiko watch, whatever maybe somebody offered very simple things, Prabhupada accepted very happily. He's only extracting. If somebody has offered anything proudly, then there Prabhupada kind of checked it just to teach. Later on, then he accepted. When the person understood, then he accepted. But otherwise, there was a check. Prabhupada's many pastimes are there on that point. So Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram also teaches, sees what is the intention. Sometimes lovingly, like Lord Nityananda put his feet on his chest, kicked him on chest. Sivananda Sen is a great devotee because he is not understood who is the master. Lord Balaram is the master, he is an ideal servant. So that's why even in that situation he was very happy. Lord Balaram wouldn't have done this to anybody. He did it to me, that means he has given his full mercy to me. Out of his love, he is ready to chastise, ready to, he was not, I should have arranged early, but I didn't arrange. I was delayed in arranging residence and everything. He has to wait for me. He is master, I am servant, I am supposed to serve him, but he is waiting for me, which is not a good sign. I am not the master. So Shivananda Sen happily accepted the chastisement. So sometimes Lord Nityananda Balaram shows by example, both ways, to chastise, but at the same time, when that chastisement happens, how the devotee acts, how the ideal servant acts, how Sivananda Sen acted. Lord also wants to teach that also. How Haridas Thakur acted, how Prahlad Maharaj acted. So, yes, how Sri Prabhupada has acted. Mm, Even when his Guru, he was just telling only others. Somebody asking question when Guru, what he is not able to hear, understand. Then his Guru has already told, you want to give class? Come here and give class. I'm here speaking. Pay attention. So, Prabhupada took it. He understood the master's mood. That's why Prabhupada, for all the classes, he make sure tent of silence, nobody's talking, because attention has to be there. Because his guru has trust. He has happily accepted that. So these things we have to understand from Lord Balaram. Many times we hear lots of sweet pastimes, lots of demons killing, but understanding the intricacies or mood of the master is very, very important. Otherwise, we cannot practice devotions very properly, because when the mood of the master is understood, then we can become first class disciple. We will know exactly what the master wants. Lord Krishna is the supreme master, Vande Krishna Jagadguru. And Lord Balaram is teaching what Krishna likes. Because we won't know. So Prabhupada is teaching what Balaram likes, what our acharyas likes, what will they be pleased with, how one should act. Uh, Yes, this is our position. So this is a very important line. The first one, Swadharmena Praja Palana Poshana Prinana, and Parikshit Maharaj acted like that. Janak Maharaj acted like that. All these great Ambarish Maharaj always, even though they are in the topmost position, they stay on the back burner. They give the priority. They give it to the others. Let them do. So let them take the limelight. Let them take the glorification. Let them take whatever. But they do all the acting from the behind the scene. They will make sure everything is going on in their best capacity. So this is the real mood of a ideal practitioner, which we learn from Lord Balaram's teaching many ways. So otherwise he can do, and then he's also teaching. He doesn't want to become independent at any time. That's why he doesn't start his Sankirtan. He doesn't do anything until he meets Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lakshmana is also waiting for Lord Ramachandra's signal, so everything is dependent on this master. So that is the dependence, utterly dependent. Without his signal, they will not be. They will not ready to do. Lord Balaram is teaching that also. So that is no independent, but dependence always. In practice or devotion, these are some of the few things, important things to consider in Lord Balaram's glories and his appearance day. Anushasana, following the same footsteps continuously daily. Lakshanena ija adhina cha bhagavati. Sometimes Lord Krishna, because in Subhadra Maranya, Lord Balaram was upset, but again he became peaceful. Many times this has happened. Lord Balaram was upset, even in Kurukshetra Leela. He told, don't fight, both of you are equal. You can't win. But Lord Krishna has his own plan. When Master has his plan, then he just understood, walked away. Yes. So that is understanding the mood of the master, being peaceful, and so continue to do enthusiastically, patiently. This is a very important thing we have to learn from Lord Balaram. Cha Bhagavati Mahapurushe Paravare Brahmani Sarvatmana Arpita Paramartha Lakshanena. Paramartha, because that is ultimate Paramartha goal of life is to serve Krishna through Acharya Parampara, Sadhu Guru. So that is the actual real Paramartha is. Artha is wealth, but real Artha is Paramartha is to serve the Lord. Sarvatmana. Paramartha Lakshanena Brahmavid Charana Anusevaya Apadita Bhagavad Bhakti Yogena. Because if it is devoid of Bhagavad Bhakti, we have all other things. We may do many service, many things, but when the real intention of pleasing Acharya, Sadhu, that is missing, then it is almost like Bhagavad Bhakti Hinasya. There is verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada quotes also. And then it is not much of use. It's ultimately to please Acharya Guru Sadhu Krishna. Yogena cha avikshanasaha. Again, avikshanasaha means being pleasing. Taking it in the heart. Avikshanasaha in Kunti Maharani prayers, we will also see that taking it in the heart. Grananti, avikshanasaha. Paribhavitati Shuddha Matir with a pure heart. Uparata Anatmya Atmani Swayam Upalabhya Mana Braha Brahma Atmana Anubhavo Api Niravimana. That means without expecting respect. Niravimana Deva Avanim Ajugapat. Avanim means earth. Translation by Divan Gezi Bhaktivedanta Swami Shapopal Vijay. King Gaya, this is the glory of the get devote Mahapurusha, King Gaya. That's why all this is described. Gave full protection and security to the citizens so that their personal property would not be disturbed by undesirable elements. So take a point to not only serving the Lord, giving offering, yes, that you do, but also exchange gifts with devotees. It can be simple flower, garland, it can be anything. Very simple day-to-day basis in the spiritual Vedic culture. What we use for different things in devotional service, those things. It doesn't need to be anything complicated. What can be used in sadhus, gurus, Krishna service, those things you can exchange. As Gingaya showed how to do, he also saw that there was sufficient food to feed all the citizens, giving Mahaprasad, yeah, Mahatulasi, garland, many things like that. It doesn't need to be complicated. This is called Poshana. He would sometimes distribute gifts to the citizens to satisfy them. Yes, this is out of love. Prabhupada did that, Guru did that, Sadhu did that. So we follow in the footsteps of Prabhupada. So Prabhupada brought saris for Matajis. Yes, so many other things he did. He's always giving cookies. When he was very sick, also they thought this Mataji was making cookies. That's our service. She thought maybe everybody told no. Today Prabhupada is not going to come out. Don't disturb him. So don't make cookies and all. But anyway, she made cookies and then Prabhupada, where are my cookies? Prabhupada did everything. Morning program, Bhagavatam, everything. They thought he will not do any of that. Prabhupada did it because he knows, he understands desire and he also knows, goes by the master's plan, of course, but he also teaches by his example. So then she brought the cookies and Prabhupada distributed to all the kids, especially he likes to give it to lots of kids. Kids also start chanting Prabhupada name before any other word comes from their mouth. First word and they chant Prabhupada name also. That is the love and attachment, and Prabhupada also he showered his love and mercy like that. So that is the loving exchanges of Sri Prabhupada showing us what is bhakti means. This is called Prinana. He would sometimes call meetings and satisfy the citizen with sweet words. This is called Upapalana. Sometimes we do picnic, we go to Gitanagri, Vrindavan. So all these are so because you can't do publicly some of these things. Sometimes this has to be in a smaller group. He would also give them good instruction on how to become first class citizens. This is called Anusasana. Yes, instruction also. Pruthumara has done it because he is also Mahapurusha. Such were the characters of King Gaya's royal order. Besides all this, King Gaya was a householder. We can also see that example. Lord Balaram personally took Jiva Goswami. Lord Nityananda Balaram took personal Jiva Goswami, took on the parikrama, teaching. So Prabhupada took the disciples in Vrindavan, all these Western disciples. Adanath Maharaj was also there. So personally taking different places to Yavat and Srimad Radharani's places. Other place, Brahmanda Ghat. Prabhupada took bath also, even though he was sick, he doesn't want to. When he saw his disciples nicely having, happily playing pastime water sports, as Krishna also plays, then Prabhupada also jumped and he did also for a few minutes. So this is the loving exchanges. So we have to understand. Besides all this, King Gaya was a householder who strictly observed the rules and regulations of household life. Many of the Mahatmas and many of the Mahajans and devotees also householders. Even Prabhupada, many of them are householders. Even now also, majority will be householders. Less will be brahmacharis and sannyasis. They will give with the, if all of them, all four ashramas are doing the same, Grahastha will get more benefit. Grahastha will be given more credits. Out of all these, everybody is doing the same thing. Uh, the Grihastha is also doing, but he will get more credit than others because he has many things to handle, many things to take care, manage, and then he will be given more because he has to, he will have more anxieties, more things to manage also. So when he does it, then he will give even more credit also. That we have to understand. He performed sacrifice and was an unalloyed pure devotee. Unalloyed means he is only trying to please Guru and Krishna. He has no other business. Unalloyed means doesn't have any separate agenda. His only business is what pleases Guru and Krishna. That only he is after. Day in, day out. That's it. Everything else is secondary. Leave it on the side. Somebody wants to do different things, okay, let them do. They want to do hundreds of things, this Igna, this Abhishek, this one, that one. Let them do. Tell them, suggest them, they want to do their thing, let them do. Yes, because different devotees have their ideas and thoughts, and let them do all those things. We stick, as per Prabhupada and the Guru Varga, you stick to the principle. What has been instructed, that's what you do. Day in, day out, you do. Continue to do the same thing. Don't add, don't subtract. Try to stay focused. Reading Prabhupada's books and hearing from Prabhupada, understand his mood, understand his mission, how he wants. Everything is there. Prabhupada has showed clearly. Just like if you want to do Abhishek, you follow Madhavendra Puri Seka. Prabhupada has written. Anybody wants to install a deity, you follow Madhavendra Puri. Like that. Prabhupada has given a clear example writing like these points. So one has to follow those things. Or one has to learn from Jananivas Prabhu. If you want to know how to do deity worship, then you have to learn. Silavati Madhulai, where Prabhupada trained. So this is the proper process. Following, then it can please Sri Prabhupada, Guru, Sadhu, then naturally Master will be very supremely pleased by that. As a household, he executed all his duties so that at the end he became strict devotee of Supreme Lord for himself. So he may be giving allegiance to others because not everybody is at that level. So, but he himself will be strict. As a devotee, he was always ready to give respect to other devotees and to engage in the devotion service of the Lord. So we always respect other devotees, others' opinion, fine. So in line, so we say Hare Krishna, move on. This is the Bhakti Yoga process. Due to all these transcendental activities, King Gaya was always free from the bodily conception. He was full in Brahman realization and consequently was always jubilant. Yes, this is what. If you understood the Master, Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram, you will always be happy. No matter. So many things will go on, keep going. Prabhupada also an anxiety. And sometimes the Varjuhu, sometimes the devotees leaving or not coming to temple, many things, Prabhupada was concerned. So, but at the same time, he is happy because he is not the master. Everybody, all the acharyas also, I am not the master. Krishna is the master. He has his own plan. So, you can only do so much. The rest is up to Guru and Krishna. How things will happen is up to them. So that's why we should be peaceful no matter in what situation. Because we are not the controllers of anything. We can only try. So that's how here also you can see that he was always jubilant because he's not the control. He understood the Supreme Lord is the controller. He did not experience material lamentation. Why? Why to lament? So although he was perfect in all respects, he was not proud, nor was he anxious to rule the kingdom because he understood this is the ideal devotee. That's why he's showing with his example. Purport by Sri Prabhupada. So, as Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, where when he descends to the earth, he has two types of business: to give protection to the faithful and annihilate the paritranaya sadhunam vinasaya chatushkudam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavam ige. But his main thing is to inspire them, to associate, give the association, to be there in person, be there with the devotees, and then give loving exchanges. That is more than doing the killing all these things is not a big deal. Anybody can, Durga Devi can do, Lord Shiva can do, anybody can do, any of his representatives. He doesn't need to personally come and do these things. But in any way is coming. See, that is also rasa, because some of the devotees like to see the Lord fighting and Lord doing these things. So that the Lord also does that. That is also. But main thing is he wants to be inspiring. He wants to be give the association. Some of them are not perfect 100%. So how they can become 100%? How he can take them back home, back to God. So for many of these reasons, Lord performs his pastimes, especially for that reason, more than annihilating the demons is a very secondary thing. Since the king is represented as supreme personality of God, Lord Balaram also killing the Kasur, Palambasur, Dvivida, Gurula, Mayasur, Balwala. So all these things are when he performs the Yamuna Krishna Leela. So to bring Yamuna Devi so to the proper order, Yamuna to proper order, or to bring Duryodhana to proper order, all the Kauravas. So they didn't understand. Lord Balaram was peacefully trying to pacify. Lord Krishna, everybody told Yadus, let us fight. He said, no, I will handle the situation. He tried to, he came for that purpose, but they didn't understand the mood of the master. So then they lost. Then Lord Balaram has to take the, plow and drive it to, then earthquake has happened, trembling. Then immediately they came to his senses. So that's why before the master comes to that position, then one has to understand this mood of the master. That can only be one is submitting every day. Then what is the mood of the master, what he wants, how he wants, things will be realized. Realization, revelation in the heart will come when we are in line with Guru Parampara and Paramatma. Otherwise, we won't know exactly how to do, what to do, when to do. We won't know. According to the Vedic injunctions, he is worshipped as God on the material platform. As a representative of the Supreme Lord, the king had the duty to protect the citizens in a perfect way so that they would not be anxious for food and protection and so that they would be jubilant. Master Prabhupada's time does also like that. Till the last breath, Prabhupada makes sure prasadam distribution is going on from the beginning. Always he taught from devotees have proper food, proper nutrition, proper clothes, proper songs, proper dress, proper shelter. They have their things, basic things, whatever is needed is provided by the temples. All these, this is purpose because teaching us. This is what you can understand um, how to do. So is always, and our spiritual masters are also telling, making sure. So devotees are properly taken care. They are properly chanting, properly hearing, properly following the Prabhupada's process, reading Prabhupada books. This is what our Acharya, they are always concerned. Prabhupada was concerned till the last. This is my concern. Radhanath Maharaj was mentioning till when I am there, you are worshipping the deity, but when I am gone, how you will worship? That is my anxiety. Ajay was telling, yeah, walking, do the morning walk. Prabhupada, Prabhupada, whenever, when you are there, deities are very happy. Yes, that's correct. Because I am in anxiety. Because my anxiety is when I am here, then you will do. But when I am not there, you may not do properly. You may think that this is a burden. So, and you may not take care of the deity properly. So, Jadvet Maharaj understood how Prabhupada wants, how meticulously it should be done. Deity worship should not be neglected. So, because when deity worship is done properly, everything can be, all the devotees' consciousness, everything can be perfected. So that's why it has to be done at the highest level. That also in line with Prabhupada's instruction, how he wants us to do. So accordingly we should do. Then that's what will please. Then everything will be perfect by his mercy. So further, the king would supply everything for their benefit. Because of this, he would levy taxes, just like Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu provided everything. Devotees, garlanded, he gave everything. Personally going to Haridas Thakur Goswami's place. So if the king or government otherwise levies taxes on the citizens, he becomes responsible for sinful activities of the citizens, just like the current government, the way things are going on. This you can see that opposite example, not following any Vedic culture, just becoming envious and jealousy, putting taxes however they want, go on increasing it, no understanding, nothing. So everywhere, all over the world, these things is going on. That means they are not the properly situated at all. They are not proper servants of the Lord. They're servant of their senses. That's the problem. In Kali Yuga, monarchy is abolished because the kings themselves are subject to the influence of Kali Yuga. Because they are not Parikshit Maharaj, they are not used to Maharaj. It is understood from the Ramayana that when Vibhishana became friends with Lord Ramachandra, he promised that if by chance or he broke the laws of friendship with Lord Ramachandra, he would become a Brahmana or a king in Kali Yuga. In this age, Vibhishana indicated both Brahmanas and kings are in wretched condition. Because in Kali Yuga, that's what it is, fallen condition. Because nobody is practicing anything, not understanding what is Brahmana means. Brahma Janati is Brahmana. That means you are servant, you represent, you are responsible servant of Lord Narayana, Lord Krishna, Lord Rama. You are supposed to represent the Lord always, showcase by example, serving Him, sacrificing your life for Him, and then showing it, doing it at that level, teaching and also educating others on that level. That is the foremost priority. That is the what the real Brahmana means. Is always being peaceful and is always charitable, distributing always. So this is what the Brahmana is. Vijan Yajan Patan Patan Dana Pratigna. These are six symptoms, six qualities of Brahmana. Prabhupada explains in throughout Gita and Bhagavatam. Actually, there are no kings or Brahmanas for this reason only. Yeah, we can call Kalau Sudra Sambhava. This is the statement in Shastra. Prabhupada is just repeating. The kings are Brahmanas in this age, and due to their absence, the whole world is in chaotic condition and always in distress. Yes. Those days, everybody is in the fight, directly on the battlefield fighting. In today's world, nobody. They are sitting at their home comfortable. The soldiers, others are going. So, when those soldiers also, many times, they are not valiant. They have their own fear. You will not find like in Kurukshetra or Parikshit Maharaj, any of those times, they are valid, do or die. The fighting means fighting only, no coming back thing. So they are very, not afraid of, this is what quality of Kshatriya. But you can find today like that. Rarely exceptional, rare to find like that. Kshatriya or Brahmana or Vaishya. Pretty much in the lowest level, fourth category. That is the problem. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, forget about all these things. Just doesn't matter where you are situated, whatever. Chant the holy names. Hear the message of the Lord. Serve. So that's all. Because nothing else you can do. You have no qualification to do any. The rest of the things is too much. So don't be disturbed. Just simply chant here. These two things day in, day out, and serve whenever you have opportunity. Then that will bring you to the topmost platform. Doesn't matter. You may be in a fourth category or fifth category or sixth category. What sinful activities you have done in the past. But now, if you take the order of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you can attain Krishna Prema. So Lord is ready to, because he understood what else can they do. They are at the lowest level. So that consciousness is not there, culture is not there. Yeah, compared to the present standard, Maharaj Gaya was a true representative of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he was known as Mahapurusha. So, in this way, Lord, see here, the great devotee King Gaya is teaching by his own example. And we see that Lord Ramachandra, Lakshmana, Bharata, they all set the perfect examples how to lead. Bharat Maharaj also, Lord Bharata. He stayed back, even though everybody is putting stones on him, or the whole, everybody thought he is the culprit. But he was peaceful. He just he didn't even want to rule. He just stayed outside until Lord Ramachandra comes. He was a perfect example. He undergone through all this disturbance, but he was fixed in service to Lord Ramachandra. So that's what we should be also. Our duty is to fix in the service of Sri Prabhupada and our spiritual master Sadhu and Guru. No matter what goes on, every day, day in, day out, this is the business. As much as possible. Especially on festivals, it's even more important. Uh, then we can understand that is Lord Balaram's mood. He is always serving. Now read from, so this is Ananda Vrindavan Champu, talking about from chapter 21, the pastimes of Krishna stealing fruit. There's a beautiful description of Lord Balaram. We'll read that, then we'll go to the swing festival. So Lord Balaram's swing festival exactly is not given, but at least more or less same thing, Lord Krishna. Haladara Balarama, the holder of the plough, looked extraordinarily elegant, moving with his own group of young gopi consorts, because he has his own gopis and Lord Krishna has his own gopis. So that's why we offer our prayers. Namaste, Halada Grama, Namaste, so Moshalayuda, Namaste, Revati Kanta, Namaste, Bhaktavatsala. So he's carrying the plow, he's a plow boy. and then he's having a mushala mace club to fight to teach Duryodhana and Kauravas, Pandavas there, Bhima. He taught, and he also uses to punish the demons with that. And then is Revati Kanta, son of Rohini. He is called Rohini Nandan, but he's a wife of Revati. So there's marriage in this pastime somewhere. Yeah, I think the other one that also we'll read. See, let's see how much time we have. Marriage of Lord Balaram and Revati, because this goes back to they were waiting for Revati, so marriage, but already one yuga has passed. I went to Lord Brahma, who is qualified to get arrange marriage for my daughter, this Raivata Mountain's daughter, Revati. Then Lord Brahma told, go back, and Lord Balaram is there. They arrange the marriage. By the time they came back, it's already Yuga has passed now. Perfect timing. So then Lord Balaram's marriage was happened with Revati. Then Lord Krishna's marriage with Rukmini and all other things has happened. So that is being described in Gopal Champu. Read that here, Lord Balaram's glories. So that's why the Halada Grama, Haladara has been called, because he always have plow and club. Lord Krishna has always have flute and stick. But Balaram has these things and is called Namaste Revati Kanta, the darling, or not darling, the husband of Revati. And then the Namaste Bhakti is the most dear most to the devotees. Namaste Bhakti also. Now and then it is called, next verse is talking about how Lord Pralambare Namaste. So he protects the devotees from the demon like mentality and demon like people also. Both in the heart he will remove, and also outside also he will protect devotees from that. So then Namaste Balinam Sreshta is the supremely powerful. He gives the strength to devotees, one who's taking shelter. Then Namaste Mushala, Namaste, one more. What is that? Dharani Dhara is holding as Ananta Dev, is holding all the universes as a mustard seed. He is not feeling any weight. So then last line I'm forgetting. So yeah, Krishna Purvaja, Agraja Purvaja, his elder brother. In this way, these two verses teach glories of Lord Balaram. Now let us see here the description. Haladara looked extraordinarily elegant, moving with his own group of young gopis concert. One golden earring enticingly danced on Balaram's cheek, and his eyes rolled from his drinking Varuni. With his dark blue chadar half falling off his camphor white chest, Baladeva looked like the white moon breaking through the darkness. We just discussed about the moon, golden moon, like Gaur Purnima. Now, for some time, Baladeva, who is a talented artist, danced to the beat of songs in Karkas and Deepadika, appearing like the personification of bliss. Wherever Nityananda Balaram is dancing, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu right there. In Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will see that. Yes, they are intense dancing, both Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda, both. One will catch the other, one will try to touch the feet, dust, take the dust, that also. It's a wonderful loving example. Prabhupada also did that, dancing. So even at the old age also he was dancing. So appearing like the personification of bliss, Balarama sang, laughed, and threw kumkuma powder on his beloved gopis as if sprinkling sindhura of love on their foreheads. Backed by the veena, Baladeva loudly sang a song on Dvipadika. I don't know the words, I'm not a Sanskrit scholar on this music. Then, in a joking mood, he threw colored powders on the restless eyed gopis. Balaram mixed with many gopis, group leaders, and their companions in the same way that Krishna enjoyed with his gopis like Radhika, Lalita, Chandravali, Syama, and Bhadra. In this way, we can understand his beauty. This is in this pastime of stealing Krishna's flute. Gopis stole it. He found him. So where we are now, the swing festival pastime is being described as we are in Julan Yatra. Please swing the Julan. So today, today is the last day. The stealing of Krishna's fruit occurred in the middle of the springtime holy festival. On another day, this is in May time, April, May. On another day, Krishna performed the swing festival Julan Yatra, which is the perfect object of meditation for those desiring a taste of devotion. It's a beautiful festival. We might have done it also in our childhood, sitting on this swing. So kids like it. So same thing. Lord also enjoys that festival with gopis. So Balaram is his own gopis. On that day, the sweet pastime Radhika and Krishna far surpassed how they decorate different, somebody is feeding tambo, somebody is offering different things, somebody is putting different flowers, various decorations, various things goes on during all these pastimes. And Lord Krishna accepts, Srimad Radharani accepts these services. This chapter describes Krishna's ecstatic swing festival, which is incomprehensible to the three worlds. The swing festival was held in a special place in Vrindavana, which was bordered by a line of desired trees of equal height with round trunks and branches whose ends intertwined, leaving a bare space in the middle. The line of the trees appeared like a wall of sapphire jewels. Besides the birds inhabiting those trees, the presiding deities of the forest had placed various items in the trees, including chamara, silk cloth, long strands of pearl, jewels, fruits, and flowers. Any festival, these are generally Rath Yatra, Balram Jain Janmashtami. Bring out the pearl necklaces, pearls. All these are generally used in many of the festivals. Fruits and flowers. One time, this pastime has also happened. Prabhupada, I think, yeah, Prabhupada only. One person who was stealing, Western person. He was into stealing somehow or other. Then he used to steal. Some one time the group of them stealers stole things, and then he was so expert he stole even from them. He stole a jewel from they used to share, and then he stole a very costly, expensive jewel from them. Even among the stealers, he was so expert. And then he came and offered to Prabhupada. Now one time first when he saw Prabhupada somewhere in Juhu, then he saw the golden watch on Prabhupada. No, he saw in a back to guarded man on the behind. Then he was attracted. Oh, next, when I come out of this prison house, I should go and steal this. So that's what he just seeing. Because that's what, when the mentality sticks in, then that's what immediately one will think. Then he came to do that. Nobody was there. Prabhupada is just alone in his room. Then he entered. Then immediately, Prabhupada said immediately, oh, come, come. You came to steal my watch, huh? So then he was completely shocked. How did he know that I am stealer? How did he know that I am going to steal the watch? And this is what, because Paramatma knows, and Prabhupada is directly in touch with Paramatma. Lord will reveal. He doesn't, many times this has happened. So the various things. Prabhupada could know what, before them saying, Prabhupada could know what exactly is going on. So that's a pure devote. And he could realize, then he said, no, I should surrender now. He's not an ordinary person. So he's a special person. Then later on, another time, then Prabhupada was using a toothpick and is cleaning things. Then he thought, I have this costly jewel, let me present it to Prabhupada. Prabhupada took it and threw it into the dustbin was there, threw it, on top of it, Prabhupada was throwing his spitting on it. Then he's showing, just like Sanatana Goswami did that. He threw the costliest jewel in the dustbin, threw it somewhere. He didn't pay any attention. This astrologer came there. Yeah, go to that person, that sadhu. He will give everything, whatever you want. And then he gives the jewel. And I said, if he has thrown the jewel in that place, then he must have more valuable than that. Next time he comes back, yes, I have. But are you ready? Then he gives a pure devotion. So we can connect that pastime here. When I saw the jewel, then I remember this pastime. A square shaped golden stage stood in the center of the decorated trees. So Prabhupada, pure devotee can attract, just like Lord Nityananda Balaram. That's why we say that Prabhupada is carrying the Nityananda Prabhu exactly Lord Nityananda Prabhu did. Dacoit's pastime, beautiful pastime in Nityananda Prabhu's Leela, in Chaitanya Bhagavad. So many dacoits has come to steal because he has nine limbs of devotion service. He has 9 fingers. He has all ornaments, costly, expensive. So you cannot understand his mood. One earring or having all this beautiful jewelry. One cannot understand Lord Nityananda. Same thing with Lord Shiva also. One cannot understand. Then he was wearing. Then they thought, let me steal, but then nobody could steal it. So many things fall, rain, and so many things has happened. They were just outside. Everybody fell in sleep also one time. Second time, third, they couldn't do. They couldn't steal. They couldn't even enter to steal. So because Lord Nityananda is a controller, he can do anything. So then they understood he's not a regular person. This is a special person. He is the Lord. So then they came and surrendered, and Lord Nityananda gave shelter to even to them, dacoits also. So because that is his mercy, his compassionate nature. So Prabhupada did that to many, not only I just give one example. Few other times also it happened. Those were thieves. So they want to surrender. Some of them stayed back, some of them continued stealing, then Prabhupada gave it to the police. So he can only give 1 2 second chance. He can't keep on. If they are going to steal deity's property, then he cannot allow that. So he can be merciful, but at the same time, this cannot happen, continue to happen. So so a square-shaped golden stage stood in the center of the decorated trees. In the middle of stage was a jeweled kunja with 4 doors. 4 Harichandana trees stood as the pillars in the corners of kunja. The intertwining of the trees' top and upper branches formed an overhead canopy. The swing hung on the golden ropes tied to the branches of the Harichandana trees. This arena appeared in the center. Each gopi group leader had a personal kunja with a swing in the 4 directions radiating from this central arena. The other arenas, lined with pleasant Devataru trees, radiated green all around, resonated with singing of young, cooing birds. They served as embodiments of festivity for an entire earth. One swing hung from each of the pair of trees, on sitting platforms for the gopis, encircled the bases of these trees. Golden chains tied securely to the branches of the trees hung down because they have to be very strong to the strong trees. Otherwise, when you swing, things it can fall, it can break. But this is natural happening. So, in the central arena, 4 lines of swings belonging to different group leaders face the 4 doors of main kunja. It looks like the way Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains the whole Sankirtan movement because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established who's staying in the front of the Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra, on the back, on the sides, and then extra, like different groups. Who's playing Mridanga, who's singing, who's doing Kartal, and who's dancing. Yes, establish that leader. Same way for distribution of mercy of the Lord also. As Nityan Prabhu has given Bhaktivinoda Thakur writing in this book. My Guru Maharaj has taken that book and he has translated that book. I'm forgetting the name. There is describing different Sankirtan Namahatta leaders, there is Chakra leaders, different, there are various groups, so that everything can go smoothly because one person cannot operate, person cannot distribute everywhere, be there. So it needs groups of devotees. So according to just like this, because swing festival means how all the gopis, how they can offer their own services, how this festival can be even more gorgeous, more rasas, because each person has his own rasa, own different things. So then Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram accepts and perform this kind of pastimes to release himself and also give the releasement to others and then for devotees also. So this is the way. So you can also bring some flowers and fruits and offer and then maybe plug it in to the Julan which is there. Small, it can be small flowers, it can be nice rose, green, whatever, different things. You can consider these things as the gopis are decorated here. The hearts of everyone immediately flooded with joy just by seeing these areas, which were illuminated with the Chintamani gems by traces as brilliant as coral. The top branches of the trees joined to form natural, pleasing green canopies. Gazing upward forever, one could not find the tops of the tall trees. The moonlight filtering through the canopies of the trees made small filaments of light on the forest floor that looked like piles of sesame and rice. Thinking it food, the female deer tried to lick it. The 4 Kunja mandapas were so similar that even the devatas could distinguish them only by their placement in different directions. In those areas, one of the Devis has stretched a canopy in preparation for the swing festival. The scattered moonlight appeared like pearl birds taken from the deities of the directions, broken by the steady wind and broadcast on the earth out of respect for the land of Vrindavana. This pastime, well, so many ways of decoration. In the jubilant mode, the gentle goddess from different forests carrying the various festival ingredients in their hands, assembled in Vrindavana with friendship, kindness, and all the good quality. They finished decorating the swing arena and built an impressive entrance with the best garlands. From all directions, flocks of joyful birds came fluttering to broadcast the sweetness of swing festival. They perched peacefully on the twigs and branches of the trees around the arena. Eager to see the wonderful swing festival, the birds sang the glories of Krishna while their own hearts swung in delight. Forgetting all troubles and impelled by curiosity, varieties of deer gathered in the kunjas. They stood as motionless as figures in painting, appearing as if they had not been attracted to the forest by the sound of Krishna's flute. They are always captivated with Krishna's flute. Had not abandoned their household duties and not opposed their elders, doe-eyed gopis like touchstones for pleasurable pastimes, suddenly manifested out of nowhere, as if coming directly from the desert trees. Colored with kumkuma, their lions glistened ready for dancing. They wore fluffy dresses covered by fine silk dresses extending to their ankles, glittering. So their effulgent bodies were adorned with festive colored sashes This goes on describing so how they because to give enjoyment to Krishna, some gopis held for thousands of flasks filled with fragrant agaru, musk, camphor, sandalwood ointments. And today we offer all these things. This thin, delicate would break open with breath. Others carried ingeniously designed syringes filled with flower essences, kunkuma water, sandal water, musk water. Gopi looked like a well-armed soldier ready for the battle of love. Anxiously awaiting the arrival of Radhika's Sham to start the festival, each of the gopis, the jewels among women, were more beautiful than the soldiers of the Cupid, thought that she would swing first. The gopis entered the four areas around the main arena while discussing this among themselves. Out of excitement, they made a din with their loud laughing that resembled the sweet cooing of the cuckoos. Krishna entered the swing arena with his left arm resting on Radha's shoulder, holding his flute. In the right hand, Krishna twirled a lotus flower while his bangles chinned happily, just like in that when the Dejapatnis walked into the forest where Krishna and Balram, all his cohort boys, he was doing the same thing, twirling the lotus. Syamam Hiranyaparithi Varamalya Paradhatu Praval Natavesam Anuvratam Kabjahasam. He was smiling, he was twirling the lotus, he was putting his hand on the court boys. So similar to this. Here, of course, he is doing with Gopi Srimati Radhika. A pleasing peacock feather topped his reddish turban that tied and tilted attractively to one side. Everything is like that. Turban is in one direction. This three-bended form. That is a one who's dressing has to think. He has to pray and he has submissive and he has to think. How the Lord is always curvy. Like Lord is Balaram is called Aladara. Lord Krishna is called Venukara. Gopa, what is it? Gopa, no. Natavara, Venukara, Navakishora. So one more is there. Four ornaments. His beauty has been described like that. So just like Lord Balaram is described as Haladara. Fine cloth kissed his limbs lit by the jewels of the crown and bracelet. Krishna shone attractively with his pearl necklaces tinged red from the rays of his Kaustubha jewel. Light, delicate footsteps ascended his graceful yet playful gait. Jeweled anklets and pearls adorned his lotus feet. Krishna, his splendid lips shining, appeared somewhat drowsy from chewing the betel nut. Today also you can make, for Lord can accept. That you can give it in the gas station, others they will happily accept. We are not supposed to consume because then we will start thinking how I can enjoy now. So that's why we give those this camphor and not the nuts. What do you call so this particular thing which we read.
Betel nuts? Betel nuts?
Yes, betel nuts. Yeah, betel nut with other things we put. All those things one can offer today. Lord Balram will like it. He wants to have fun today. Krishna, every day is having fun. What to speak of today? As Krishna and his servants ascended with days surrounding the swing, the birds screeched, "Victory, victory!" The trees and creepers felt such rapture that their limbs erupted with tiny bumps and honey streamed down like a torrent of tears. When the peacock stared at Radha and Krishna, they thought they were seeing the dark rain clouds flashing lightning. Though knowing Radha and Krishna from before, due to their unprecedented love, the peacocks madly cried out, "Kyo, Kyo! Who are these two persons?" Different celestial denizens joined Krishna and the gopis to celebrate this Julan Leela. In this way, we can understand it's so much pastime, but time is left. Read a little bit more from the other pastime. As I said, Lord Balaram's glories is not one, two. So much marriage of Balaram. These are all special pastimes. Today, special day, we should discuss relish Lord Balaram's Leela in various ways, his instructions. Marriage of Balaram. In the morning, recited another topic in the assembly of Nanda made glorious by Krishna. Madhusudana spoke. Madhukanta spoke because there are two birds, two parrots. Madhukanta, Snegdakanta. They are always discussing in the assembly of Nanda Maharaj is hearing this. Pastimes with sometimes with Krishna Balaram, with Govardhana, sometimes with gopis, different rasas. They are enjoying, they are having their fun. This is the like a story time. We reading Krishna book, they are reading every day. What's going today? What did Krishna do? What did gopis do? What did Kohal boys do? So they are sharing this. Two parrots are sharing every day. This is going on eternally in the spiritual world, so you can understand. When the two messengers sent by Krishna and the two sent by Nanda gathered information from Dwaraka and other places for pacifying the people of Raja and returned quickly, Nanda began to consult others. Now my son is far away. How will we follow the news without obstruction? Upananda said, you will have set aside many pairs of messengers and then constantly a pair will arrive. Nanda said, design hundreds of pairs of messengers along with the first ones. Among them, the one pair on Nanda's order, traveling 120 crores in a day and night, went to Dwarka in 5 days. They gave all the news of Raja to Krishna through Uddhava, who understood that Nanda had engaged hundreds of messengers. Krishna said, even employing so many messengers, it will not be without obstacles. I will give the messenger 200 horses, which can travel for 100 yojanas. Then they can come and go constantly. Taking the news from Dwaraka, they mounted horses and came to the assembly of Nanda, first informing the assembly that Krishna was fine. They then told the news. We are followers of Rupa Goswami. The same thing was happening. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking what's going on. Anybody coming from Vrindavan used to ask, what's going on with Rupa and Sanatan? What are their activities? Can you tell me what's going on? So they used to share. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to relish because every day they are preaching, every day they are so much austerity, but they are relishing, they are enjoying, and they are distributing. So whatever he instructed, they are perfectly fulfilling his order. So then he was amazed and mesmerized by their activities, glories. Though Madura was so close, uh, Madura was close, we could not produce great happiness since there was always disturbance in Madura. The height of joy in Dwaraka widens. The eyes for it is far from any disturbance, and its happiness cannot be found anywhere in the universe. So further, it is yeah. When we were gazing at the beauty of the city, Krishna while laughing spoke. What are you looking at? In Braja, that special grandeur also exists since you saw that place with pleasure. When I came from Varuna's abode, you will see it in the future after I have killed the torments of I have killed the tormentors of devotees, that means kill the demons. Nanda said, why have you two been so delayed? The two said, there was a great festival. Nanda said, tell us about it. They said, it was amazing. Listen attentively. So let us listen. When we too were filled with love and our hearts were overflowing and the nectar of seeing Krishna, some caretaker of the groves came and said in astonishment, oh Lord, a man as tall as tall tree has come with a similar woman. This is talking about Lord Balaram, I guess. So, because Revati was so tall, because Satyuga, then Lord Balaram took the plow and brought her down to his height. So that's what is happening here, I think. So I don't remember this past I'm reading. He says he wants to meet you. Therefore, I have come. I have come. People who are greatly heightened after some time. Unlimited people like me, overcoming our fear and reservations, made the forest into a crowded city in order to look at him. Eager to see him, Krishna went in a palanquin. We too followed behind. We saw that all the people were like new babies in front of two giants. Seeing them, we thought, oh, how many days it must have taken them to grow to that size. People of Raja said, then what happened? The messenger said, seeing Krishna, he fell on the ground to offer respect with a great joy. Krishna raised him up with his arms, offered respects with his head, and sat him down in front of him with joy. The very shy woman, in order to hide herself, cast her glance beside him. The people of Raja said, then what happened? The messenger said, Krishna asked about them. The huge person rumbled like a cloud in sparkling. At that, the peacocks began auspiciously crying out of great joy. He said, I am Revata, also known as Kakudmi. This is the father of Revati. Having heard of many ancient kings, you must have heard of me with my youthful body. I have passed Swarga up to Brahmaloka. I will not recount how we have ancient bodies but appear young. But I request with folded hand that you please hear my words like the Vedas. Seeing my daughter's extraordinary qualities and not seeing suitable groom, I went to Brahma to arrange a suitable person. Desiring to see him, I thought I brought her as well. Brahma, however, was looking at a dance performance. Later, smiling at me, also absorbed in the dancing, he said, what is a short time here as a kalpa on earth? Then all those you know, thus all those you know, have been taken away by the time. No one is suitable as a husband for your pure daughter, with remarkable qualities and long life. But I realize this: Balarama, Krishna's elder brother, will make her happy. Then I asked, our form should be similar to the present form of humans. She is very tall. How can she be his wife? Brahma said, the older brother of Krishna who straightened out Kubja can do this. He who is our protector will do the best for her. I cannot describe all of you, all of your qualities that I heard from Brahma's mouth. Even Ananta cannot do so. Since you are the Lord, do as you wish. Nanda said, then what happened? The messenger said, the moon of your dynasty with a light smile remained silent and thought, it is suitable for the ornament of the Yadu dynasty, Balarama, to marry a Kshatriya's daughter. There is no speculation with obstacles whether he is a cohort boy or Kshatriya, as in my case, because it is a fault to reject a good opportunity. I should act so that Balrama will accept. Accepting this proposal, going to the city, we will deliberate. Nanda said, then what happened? The messenger said, accepting his proposal, he welcomed the Revata in the city, and after consulting with Vasudeva and others, he got Balrama to agree to that decision. Balrama then took his plow in the night, and while she was sleeping, altered her limbs, making her happy. Krishna then performed their marriage. Wow, Krishna performed their marriage. Beautiful. What more can be said? When all began making gestures in astonishment, the messengers again spoke. Previously, Balarama, following Krishna's example, was not inclined to get married. But fearing the fault of going against the Lord's desire and in deference to public opinion, he accepted marriage. Nanda said, by good fortune, this has happened, but I do not know what will happen to the youngest son. Everyone said, the youngest, endowed with all qualities, will do as he pleases with some shyness. Nanda asked with a deep sigh, when you deep sigh, wondering whether he would marry a cohort or Kshatriya. When you left, did my son give a letter? They said, oh, yes, here is the letter. In order to bind me up, my friends like Parjanya made a forest called Vrindavana, a river called Kalindi, and placed cows there. By that bondage, my heart, full of compassion, becomes filled completely with those perfect objects which have become most dear because of you. As long as an ungrateful person like me does not return to live in Braja, my most affectionate father should protect the respected cows with the best qualities, headed by Hamsi, Sunanda, Surabhi, Ganga, who have such affection for me, taking me as their very life. Hearing this with tears in their eyes, the people of Raja remained silent for some moments and then spoke. We do not mind the suffering we experience in Krishna's absence. We feel pain when he suffers because of our son. This is the mood of the gopis. This is the mood of Nanda and Yashoda. Because they have given up everything. Mad adde, mad prana, mad dehika. Manmanava Madbhakta works at the level of gopis. This is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. They have given up their body, they have given up everything. What pleases Krishna, they are ready to suffer. But they can't give up their life because if they do, then when Krishna comes back, they cannot, their Krishna will not be happy. So whatever pleases Krishna, Krishna can do anything. They are ready to sacrifice everything. Yugayitam nimesha chakshusha prabhushayitam punyayitam jagat sarvam govinda virahen. So few more minutes and we'll stop the last page anyway. Then Rukmini's Krishna's marriage. Nanda then began preparing a letter in response. For our sake, you have spent much time protecting the Yadus with difficulty and have given up cherished things and uh, are known as a Yadu. It is now difficult for us to see your cherished cows. I have no attachment to do this myself, and thus I, your father, I am ashamed, afraid of the confusion that the next topic, marriage to Rukmini, would create. Madhukanta quickly concluded. Onanda, see Hamsi, Sunanda, and Ganga. Observant people are happy in seeing that you are caring for the cause. Let that be, O Lord of the cohorts. Look, your son Krishna is nourishing your lamb and is expert at nourishing all the people of Raja completely. Giving joy to all and being satisfied by them. Madhukanta, in the evening, went before Radha and Krishna and spoke. At that time, your lover sent you a letter as follows: I have I have watered heaps of spring flowers by the thousands for making bowls. May my desires be fulfilled by making their dear woman half of my body by means of acceptable dharma. They replied with this letter: we desire to water all the Madhavi creepers that you sprouted for making bowls, though sprinkled with cool water, the plants dried up because of the hot water of our tears. Madhukanta concluded by instructing them to care for the bowls. Krishna indicated he would soon return, O Radha, making that example of the bower and then fulfilling it. he now play with you, giving them both happiness and taking their permission. The two resided along with others left. Should the happiness of the two lovers in the house of pastime be described by speaking? And then Rukmani's marriage starts. So in this way, you can understand how Lord Balaram's marriage happened. Followed then the Krishna's marriage with Rukmani. Lord Balaram went to give help to assist in that fighting, also in that marriage, and brought back. So yes, happy Balaram Jayanti. Thank you very much.